I'm on my way to a super exciting Scientology related event, but also 2 surprises tonight. It's mine and Nomi's date night. So I need to be a good host. Nomi's visiting Australia. There's a super exciting Scientology event on. So I'm taking Nomi out. You are the show, right? Okay, guys. So this is, his name is Noam Roma, or Nomi for short. He was born amongst this group of Scientology activists around the world in the US. He's come to me, so he's travelling all around the world, and he's arrived in Sydney to visit me. That's his little sign, it's a cult. So I'm taking him around to see Sydney and to some of the Scientology films.
And you took him to the show tonight?
I took him to the show tonight, yes. All right. Thank you guys for being here and for letting me interview you. I've just been to see George Glass' Scientology the Musical. Did you want to introduce yourself? You can use whatever name you want.
Oh, nice. My name's Pud.
My name's Nick Boy.
I like it. Thanks, guys. Can you tell me a bit about George Glass, your group?
Yeah, so we're a art rock group who specialise in outrageous, often blood-filled, bombastic musicals, heavy satirists. So we satirise everything from politicians to religions to pseudo-religions to even ice skaters like Stephen Bradbury, and we even had Stephen Bradbury come to see one of our shows.
Oh,
yeah, which was
what was his response to your show?
Yeah, he really liked it. He did ask if we had taken any LSD.
He hinted that we probably had during the writing process.
We gave him a few drinks before.
Right,
it was just
good idea,
just to ease the situation.
But no, he didn't send us a cease and desist, so we were still able.
News.
Yeah, he saw the show and we still gave us the thumbs up, so that was
good news.
Good response.
I like it. So the show was great, by the way. I noticed that you guys you knew a lot about Scientology, so it made me wonder what your experience with Scientology has ever been. So have you ever been in Scientology, or what your experience is with it?
Yeah, our like knowledge and experience of Scientology comes from an interest and curiosity point of view. So, you know, and then like we don't want to upset anyone. Like in your group, we've had lived experience of Scientology.
Oh yeah, I should just say a lot of them are ex-Scientologists, but a large majority of them are what we call never-ins, never been in Scientology. So I've never been in, because there's a lot more of us than there is of people who have been in Scientology.
Yeah.
So, but we're Yeah, there's both.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a new term for us.
Yeah, you guys are never ins.
Never ends. Yeah, never ends. Good.
Looking in from the out.
Yeah, it sounds like I've got a new tattoo to get.
Never ends.
Never ends. Yeah. So I think look, we think it's obviously like it's a very interesting institution. I mean, it's got celebrities, it's got these secrets. There are countless documentaries and books, and like it's so incredibly like interesting. So we thought let's discover a bit more about this. Then
Yeah.
We didn't start with let's do Scientology the musical. We were just like let's start kind of digging and see if there's what's going on here, and then we just kept digging, and then and we're just like, this is really interesting.
Wow.
Horrible, but like,
yeah.
but like, and we just like, and that kind of interest just didn't let up. So eventually,
and rife for satire, right?
Oh, absolutely right.
also that helps when you're trying to do satire comedy. It's definitely a lot of ammunition there.
We did a lot of research, and we've read a lot of books, we've read a lot of documentaries.
Can you name some of the books and docos you've watched?
So
I mean, going clear is
Going Clear is the classic. There is we actually got a copy of Dianetics.
Oh wow! Did you? I have never read it.
Yeah.
Have you? You flip through the pages, right?
Yeah,
We read chunks,
but it just goes in one ear, and then you get to the end of the page and you go, I can't remember.
It's very stream of consciousness, kind of stuff.
It's hard to.
And we even went into our church and did like the initial
We did the
testing.
officer capacity analysis test.
You went into the. Can I say? I don't have to say.
Yeah.
The Scientology org in Adelaide and did the personality test.
Yeah, did the personality test and
The Dianetic Centre, Adelaide there.
And what did they say was wrong with you? Because there's always something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I needed to know who to trust.
Is that your
Yeah, that was mine, and I got offered a book that was called Know Who to Trust.
conveniently?
That's very specific.
Yeah, what was... I definitely had problems with relationships with my parents. That was the one thing I remember taking away.
Yes. And like we all have, problems, issues. But of course, there's only one answer.
Of course. Yeah. And very conveniently, like, I don't know if they had, I'm pretty sure the course they had was something like how to fix how to build better relationships with your family or
That's
something.
very specific to the problem that you would like.
Apparently
They got books for everything.
Yeah. Wow, really?
I was because I went in and then they chart your results, and the lady who was there had the piece of paper in front of me, and I could see the charting, and it was all along like the top, like the positive area, and I was like, oh great,
Yeah.
like I've nailed this. And then she said to me, she's like, this might be the worst test I've ever seen. And she turned it up the right way and pushed it across the table. And it was just this like squiggle along the bottom.
Sea of negativity.
You're just like, this is...
Damn,
this is bad.
that sounds like it was planned to trick you.
Yeah, I had already answered that.
No, I think like the thing that kind of struck me as well is, when we went and did it, the people that we talked to were like, oh, nice. They were just regular people. They were like, and they're in this thing, but they, like, they were like, obviously they tried to sell us stuff, but like they weren't like, they didn't scream or like chase us out or like,
the people that I dealt with were really nice. Who was like the person behind the desk when I first walked in, person who actually did the test. But then they brought out this lady, like who discussed your test results with you, and she was quite clearly like the one kind of cracking the whip.
Right.
She came out and she was the one who was very like intense. Like you'd need help. Like wouldn't let you, like there was no break for you to be like, well, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
And I was one point, I'm like, I don't know, I think I'll like have a think about it and I might come back. And then she's like, of course you will. Like that's what you do. You overthink things, but you got to break through this cycle and we can help you. So it's just, you can definitely see how people who are a little less, maybe less strong-willed perhaps.
Or people like you weren't in there because you had a problem. Right, you were in there just to like suss it.
Because I just had to stand up like mid-sentence and just basically walk out. Like there was
no room to.
There was no like break in conversation where she's like, okay, have a think about it and maybe come back. No, I just stood up like mid-sentence and just left because that was the only way you could get.
Yeah.
You could.
So they have this people assigned to do jobs, and the job is called a body router. So they literally will walk the streets or stand in front of the organisation and hand out flyers. So their job is to route bodies in.
Sure.
So that's how they refer to people.
Yeah, and
they have statistics based on that. So if they've handed out so many flyers in that week, they might get paid them very small, tiny amounts.
I think because you just went in with no prompt, right? Like you didn't have anything from Scientology. Because when I went in, I had got a flyer in my letterbox. So I brought that with me, and it was like, we invite you to come to the center. So when I walked in, they were very like, what do you want? Like, what are you like doing here? And then I was like, I got this flyer, I'm just interested. And then all of a sudden they're like, they went into like into their mode, their like spiel. They were like pretty like kind of cold, because I guess they thought this random young guy walking in, like, is he looking for trouble or something?
I do wonder how many people like go in just to like to fuck around. Sorry the expletive, but to mess around. Like I wonder,
I think.
because like, you know, obviously everyone, you know, there's like the South Park episode. People know it's fun and it's quirky, and so I wonder how many like times, because you know, they came in and they certainly looked at us and were like,
it was almost a relief that this gentleman had. When I was like, I had a flyer, he kind of like seemed a bit relieved. Okay, like this is someone who's not just here to punk us or.
So
we were, but
there is people that do that, but just very recently, it's apart from I said in the last 2 years, it's been this spring up of protests that started out in LA, and it was online. Just in the last few months, now it's going viral on TikTok. So there is a lot of people, like, because young people watch TikTok, right? So it's just going viral, and people will do things like that on purpose. They'll just, it's like
just
a fascination. Let's go see the building, or let's go in. And
fascination's a good way to put it.
So it's a good and a bad thing, but I think it means that young people will know what it is. So
I mean that's probably the goal, really. Is more eyes, more awareness, and it starts with the younger people. If they if they kind of can clue into what's happening, then the younger generation are the ones who are going to affect the change.
Absolutely.
Most longly, like down the line. So
So the bio for your show, I've written it down. It says, jaw-dropping and completely unbelievable hour of musical comedy. Join George Glass as they take a deep dive into the world's most interesting, legally a religion, featuring a live funk rock soundtrack, outrageous costumes, and the secrets of the universe. Tom Cruise will not be attending. See it before we get sued. So, my question is, two questions. What possessed you to take on Scientology as a musical subject? And I assume Tom Cruise and Kate Sobrano never returned your calls.
Not yet, but we still hold on hope that
there's hope for Tom Cruise.
Hope Tom Cruise. Kate might have come for a little.
Kate,
right.
Is she's a Sydney local, I think. Is she?
She's Melbourne.
Oh, she's from Melbourne.
Okay, well maybe next.
I remember watching the video of her when she performed when they opened the new Sydney Scientology Centre. She was like.
She performed there?
Yeah, she was like their big ambassador. For the opening.
She's number one.
Her family is big in the Melbourne org.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think her father and her brother and stuff.
Sure. Yeah. Right. It's usually a family affair. Yeah.
I think why, and the second was the first part was like, why do we
choose Scientology?
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, look, you know, our main goal is to make people laugh and to make good comedy, and I think like sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, and like some of like it's so bombastic. It's like exactly the kind of thing that we want to like sing about and like explore and draw attention to. I think the kind of thing where you don't need to really make jokes. You just
right.
You just tell
the
Yes,
truth.
Tell the truth.
The truth of it is funny
You
enough.
line it all up.
Yes.
Put a bit of a story, a through line, which we didn't even really need to do because it's based on an actual court case.
Yeah, I mean, Australia was the first people to give Scientology legal tax exempt status.
Yes, right.
Right in the 80s, they get and that set the precedent for Scientology and its further pursuits of getting tax exempt status, and that in itself is just like interesting and bizarre, and has set off like an extreme chain of events, which I think begs the bigger question of like what is a religion?
Yeah.
Like what is and what isn't a religion, because no religion has been without doing some pretty horribly full shit, right?
Yes.
I mean, the Catholic Church is like but so I think it's fun to make songs.
That's right. I agree with you. It's kind of like, the truth is stranger than fiction. Like the stories are just made for parody, right? They're so outrageous. There's another term in Scientology called joking and degrading. So you're not allowed to be a joker and degrader about Scientology when you're a member.
Yeah.
So I think it's perfect because, imagine how miserable life would be without a sense of humor. So,
well, it would be pretty fucking miserable.
Yeah.
I think to be able to laugh at yourself is just so important. Like, and if it's written in, I didn't know that, but if you've got to think about you can't laugh at yourself, well,
they have to take everything very seriously because their work is so important. But I think taking the piss is what kind of makes your friends are here. Hello. You can join us if you like.
Yeah.
They stole all your chairs.
I'll just try this one. I'll take a knee.
Got the rest of the group joining us. So to me, it feels like taking away their power when you can, because they have done quite horrible things to people. It's like taking away their power. They end up looking like the silly ones, right? That's how
exactly.
I feel.
And you don't have to fight fire with fire. That's kind of our philosophy. It's like. You can.
Yeah, we can't just let them dig their own hole.
Yeah,
exactly.
We just lay out the facts
And to be honest, that's what a lot of this movement is doing. They just get out and film, and they make themselves look worse by their actions.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
So tonight's show was sold out, right?
Yes.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
And where else have you played the show?
Well, we've done it in Edinburgh, in Scotland.
Fantastic.
Adelaide, Perth, and we've done Melbourne before.
We have done Melbourne before.
Yes, and now Sydney, and
Is that it? I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, we had.
Yeah.
We did have a West Coast Los Angeles run set up,
Yep.
and then just before COVID, and that cancelled all of those plans. But we had a venue organised and a run of shows set up in Los Angeles, sort of around the corner from the big Hollywood Scientology Center.
Wow.
Like a block away from there.
From Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
That's where I told you that the protest started about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
So we had that
theatre.
Yeah.
Basically from COVID.
Okay.
So if you guys do go anywhere overseas, please do let me know, and I'm happy to help spread the word, because as I said, all these they're literally all over the world. There's LA, there's London, there's anywhere, Denmark.
Yeah.
So I'll be happy to spread them, and because some of them are ex-members, it would be interesting to see their Like, I'm sure they'd have a laugh and freaking L. Ron Hubbard with the upside down face that you guys do.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
So be honest, how many times did you say, we'll definitely get sued for this during rehearsals?
I think
Quite a lot. I think we actually thought we'd get a bit more attention than maybe we actually have.
Yeah.
To be honest, we get a lot of keyboard warriors. A lot of people.
Oh, really?
Because we have, obviously, you do your Facebook and your Instagram ads and stuff. A lot of people on the ads will, threaten with, religious, there's religious persecution laws and
I
things
would
like
say
that.
we give all religions like an equal haranguing through this show.
But yeah, we like similar stuff to what you were talking about before with being filmed. We get people. Adelaide, not so much because it's basically a big country town. There's not that many people. But particularly in Edinburgh, when we were there, we had people come to the show and stand at the back and just film it, like on their phones.
Wow.
And when we were flyering and like out on the streets talking to people would come past and film us, and you would see them because we'd be out there every day for like almost the whole month, and you'd see the same guy come past and film for a bit, and then eventually one time we sort of went to go talk to him, like as if he was like, oh, you want to fly? And like he'd just head down and then he'd just disappear.
So they're not allowed to talk to you?
He'd just disappear. Yeah.
So have you guys heard of the OSA, the Office of Special Affairs?
No.
That's Scientology's spy wing. They're the ones that do all the
intel
harassment, trying to set people up, etc. That's OSA. See, this, and you guys were talking about giving flack to religion. Without going too deep into it, there's a lot of people who have come out and given their accounts of abuses that have happened. Things like elder abuse, child abuse, covering up crimes, including child SA, financial fraud, etc., etc., etc. So what we are doing online is not about trying to put down the religion and their beliefs and isn't that silly? Like, who cares? It's about trying to fight against the abusers and holding them accountable. So,
yeah, and that's a really nice sentiment. And we certainly don't want to diminish like that experience. Like at the end of the day. And we kind of chat about this. It's like, look, we're a comedy group, and we're.
Oh no, it was great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that. And like that's kind of our job. Our job is to make people laugh, and I think comedy is a really good way to like express and explain things. And we don't really get deep into. Yeah. We hinted at. We don't really get deep into it, and we certainly don't want to like diminish those experiences.
It's just certainly. I guess if people come see our show, and then that leads them to go away and maybe do their own research and start thinking about it, then I feel like we've done our job. Yeah, I
agree, and like we were talking about earlier, it's sometimes if you can just take the piss out of them, it kind of takes away their power, and then like you said, you're spreading the the more information that gets out there.
As soon as you can laugh and mock something, then they're no longer untouchable.
Exactly.
You can laugh at something.
Okay. Cool. Is there any particular scene in the show that you... Sorry, I feel like I should say hello. Hi. Would you like to say your name?
Yeah. My name's Alistair.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Chris.
Hi, nice to meet you. So we've just been joined by the other two members.
Bleep his last name.
Oh yeah, I will. I'm gonna edit. I can cut out anything.
And what address are you?
I'm gonna cut out anything.
Where can we contact
you don't want? Yeah. Is there any particular scenes that you guys like have cracked yourselves up with online on stage, or you were good at not doing that?
So we've done it a lot, but the thing that always gets me is the Crown lawyer's fake hands. And like, because we know he's got fake hands, and for the whole scene the Crown lawyer's running around with these like pretend hands. Because they fall off.
Yeah.
So we just
got them in the scene.
He's got the whole scene beforehand.
His hands are fused, kind of like he's karate chopping something.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
It's hilarious.
Because they get so much blood on it, they're just like weirdly red, with these like spongy red hands.
I know that kind.
It was really funny with the body going into the suitcase.
Yeah. The world's biggest man gets into the world's smallest space.
All right. Aaron Hubbard allegedly said, the best way to make money is to start a religion. Have you heard that before?
We have, and we know that from experience, the worst way to make money is to make a musical.
Make a musical.
Right. Well, I was going to ask you, was the second best way to make money starting a parody musical based on a made-up religion started by a paranoid schizophrenic, convicted criminal, pathological liar, science fiction and fantasy writer. And you've answered my question.
Yeah, no, you don't make much money in the arts.
So it can't be a profit without any people.
Yeah.
Without people, can't make a profit.
Yeah.
You said that as well?
No.
We said that.
You said
I
that.
think that's a fun line though.
Yeah.
But yeah, certainly not the fastest way to make money.
It's be in the arts.
Be in the arts. Yeah.
Yes.
Kids become a accountant or something.
Yeah.
All right. That's probably it. I was super kind of surprised about really how much you guys did know about all the references and everything, like the Bridge of Total Freedom and the law, the High Court decision and so many things. It was quite funny comparing the Bridge of Total Freedom the free personality test to a free bow test.
Just trying to show how charitable they are. We're not for profit. We'll do that free bow screening.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the deeper you go, the more interesting you can find jokes and things.
Is there anything that you guys would like to say or even ask me or anything else you want to share before we finish up?
Thank you so much for coming to see the show and supporting us and laughing with us. It's really nice. I think it means a lot to us as a group.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Go out and see live shows.
Yeah.
Don't sit at home and watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Go see
Do
shows.
some independent art. Yeah.
Go connect with people. Have fun.
Even if it's the worst thing you've ever seen, you're still going to get a story out of it.
True. So I probably should have said this in the beginning. So I was saying before, basically in the last 2 years, through online, mostly YouTube, there's been activists and protesters has popped up around, against the abuses of Scientology. It started out in LA, and it's just spread all over the world. So there's some ex-members and there's some what we call never-ins, so people who've never been in.
That's us.
Yes, I told you guys that's you, never-ins. So for me, when I saw that there was Scientology the musical, it just sort of blew my mind, and I was like, I have to tell everyone, especially in Australia. We don't, if it happened in America, you go, okay, Scientology's a lot bigger there. But yeah, I was just super excited. So thank you very much. Thank you also for the ticket.
No, of course. And like I said, I'm it's hard to know someone who's passionate like you would think of the show. So
oh yeah, I loved it. Yeah, and there was a lot of references, which I was sort of surprised about. So great, I appreciate it, guys.
no, thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you. Awesome. All right.